Congress has some pressing issues to deal with. There's a migrant crisis at the southern border. There's desperation in Ukraine and Israel as war drags on. But at the end of this week, there's another government shutdown deadline. With that in mind, the leaders of both parties met with President Joe Biden today to discuss a path forward. Democrats and Republicans then emerged from the sit-down, expressing optimism. But House Speaker Mike Johnson then reiterated his view that the southern border should be priority number one.
We believe that we can get to agreement on these issues and prevent a government shutdown. The catastrophe at the border is affecting everyone, and it is top of mind for all the American people for that reason.
It's still unclear, though, how many lawmakers will be able to compromise when it comes to aid for Ukraine. If they don't reach another agreement by this Friday, departments like Agriculture, Energy, and Transportation will run out of money, and then the Department of Defense and Justice, they'll run out of money next Friday. The presidential primary underway in Michigan. That's one of 5 states that President Joe Biden and election experts all say will probably decide the race for the White House come November. Skylar Henry reports on why the stakes remain high, even though the races right now seem sewn up.
Voters headed to the polls in Michigan, where Donald Trump has predicted a monumental win. But on the eve of the primary, Nikki Haley told voters the former president is a sinking ship.
If you have a candidate who can't bring in independence, if you have a candidate that is driving people out of our party, then that is a sinking ship.
At her polling place in Dearborn, Teresita Falk says she's sticking with Trump.
The best is to make us safe, especially in our neighborhood. Wherever you live, it's chaos.
Michigan is a critical swing state. The primary there presents an important political test for the Biden campaign. The White House will be closely tracking the results as well.
That's because Michigan has the largest concentration of Arab Americans in the country, many of them angry about the president's position on the war in Gaza. Primary voters have the option of voting uncommitted as a protest against candidates on the ballot. In Dearborn, many voters say that's what they'll do.
For those that say, if you don't vote for Biden, you're voting for Trump. No, we're voting for humanity, and that's where we stand.
Dearborn's mayor says his city feels betrayed.
In 2020, we were promised a president who was going to bring decency back to the White House, who led with humanity. And what we found since the events unfolded on October 7th is anything but.
Free Palestine! The Biden campaign says the president is taking those protests seriously. They're hoping for a decisive win before heading into next week's Super Tuesday contests. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Polls close in Michigan tonight at 8 o'clock our time. We'll have the latest results tonight here at 10. Meanwhile, Super Tuesday and Election Day in Arkansas, just a week away. You still got that time to get out and vote early if you're registered. Now, voting centers are generally open on Saturday. If that's more your speed, they'll be from 10 until 4. Polls are closed on Sunday, but remember, we've got that whole full week of early voting ahead of us.